first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First down run there by Mostert, but it won't accomplish much. In fact, officially, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Lance on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Lance going to throw. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw, it's Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Working with his 2nd and 4. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Lance. Flush to his right. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now they'll throw with Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The score, Niners 7, Lions nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run. This is Scarborough. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is McDonald. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's McDonald to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Lance now on 1st down. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
The 49ers traded up to snag Brandon Ayuk at pick 25 in the 2020 draft out of Arizona State. He was in and out of the lineup a little bit in his rookie year. Only played in 12 games, but was awfully productive when he was out there with 60 catches. And there's another one, this time for a first down.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Flushed out right. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
A gain of 3, second down.
At the 11-yard line, a 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Lions nothing.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Barnes brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. The kick by Gold is good. And the lead moves to 10-0. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. McDonald sets to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
McDonald. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The 26-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the gun, it's McDonald. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, McDonald. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Marr is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Lance now to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, McDonald. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Lance looking to throw it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
First and goal, San Francisco.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. McDonald. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
To throw on 3rd down, McDonald. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing now is Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 76 yards. And the Niners are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Back to throw. McDonald. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
49, 49, guys. Mike, Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now a play fake. Lance. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Niners.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
They fake the handoff. Now Lance rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Back to the running game with Mostert. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Here's Lance. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Goal to kick off for San Francisco.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's the backup Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throw caught by Raymond. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, here's Goff. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
17.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays and the right reads.
And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Lance. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 25 on second down, Goff. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing on third, Goff. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really with the 4-minute offense.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Lance, he'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lance to throw it. That's caught. It's John Hightower. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second and 10. Now Goff. He finds his man complete. That's Benson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, it's gone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
But how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. A Mostert, a first down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Goff on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett, And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the 49ers, it's a victory in the debut of Trey Lance as an NFL quarterback. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.